And I say good morning from South Africa to Amsterdam. Good morning, Pieter van Tilburg, who's the managing director and founder of CityHub Hotels. It is hotels, right?
It is hotels, yes. We have 2 hotels open now. So,
Pieter, tell us a little bit about CityHub. What do I have to understand of CityHub, and why am I asking, is it hotels?
Yeah, CityHub is a very different hotel. We developed a hotel really around the desires of millennial travelers, and we found that there was something missing in the markets. Hotels offer pricing and comfort, but are generally a bit more expensive than hostels. Hostels, on the other hand, are lively spaces, social interaction. There's a nice vibe, but you don't find the price and comfort that you find in a hotel. So we wanted to fill that gap and combine the best of both worlds, to say. We developed a sleeping unit, our hub, which is a modular construction basically that can be placed in existing buildings. They're L-shaped, very space efficient, and with that we can provide privacy and comfort and a fun experience in an efficient way. Mm-hmm. We combine that with IT technology as well. We implement a lot of IT in terms of course, a self-check-in kiosk, but also self-service bar, self-service lockers. Everything is basically connected to one big IT backbone, and that allows us to operate very efficiently and further enhance the experience of the travelers. Right. We do that to really liberate our employees to devote their full attention to the travelers. And one of the nice items, I think, is that travelers have a CityHub app, which they use to 24/7 be in contact with our city hosts. Mm-hmm. So they're roaming the streets of Amsterdam or Rotterdam, and they ask questions to the city host, like, I just got out of the museum, what is a nice place to go to? And then the city host sees their location, their profile, and on the basis of that can give them the best directions and the best suggestions. So that's what travelers appreciate a lot.
Right, well, thank you for that. So you've got two hotels open at the moment, well, I mean, they are open, but only one is operational, the one in Rotterdam, you told me.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, in Rotterdam, we're still operating since 2 years now, so no interruptions due to Corona. Unfortunately, Amsterdam, we did have to close 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
Now, talking about Corona, there are a couple of questions, of course, coming up because of Corona. One is, the Rotterdam hotel that is open, what changes did you make to make it Corona-proof, to make it, to give people the needed comfort?
Yeah, of course, we want to create a space where travelers can travel and do their thing in a healthy manner, so to say. And we make sure that there's enough distance between the travelers. So we do that in terms of markings on the floor. Also, some additional cleaning service that is done, and we just make sure that people can travel throughout the hotel with without any contact with any other travelers. And that is, of course, necessary for the moment, because what we're trying to do is preventing the spread of the virus. So we also make sure that we as a hotel take our contribute to prevent that.
Right, and your market mix is mainly European. Is it international? What is it? Where are they mainly coming from?
We have basically a mix of what is common to the city, so to say. So Rotterdam is a bit more domestic market. Amsterdam is much more dependent on the international travel. And in our hotel, it's we just represent we reflect basically the demographics of the city that we're in.
Right. No, I mean, my question was aiming at the recovery that everybody's looking for. Everybody's looking to gear towards recovery and have a positive attitude and look at the things. And Amsterdam being a magnet for tourism and has been complaining, or some of the residents have been complaining of over tourism. And in conversation with, for example, our colleague Christopher Hinteregger of Tourism Experts, we're talking about which markets will recover first. And what we came up with is, and I think it's commonsensical as well in a way, is that the domestic market is the one, and then the regional market. If there is an opening of the borders right now, something that we in Europe, I mean, I'm from Germany originally, we haven't been used to for many, many years. I remember that was part of my childhood, but we haven't known borders. Now there are borders that are closed. And where would you see the recovery? For example, the market in Amsterdam for your hotel?
Yeah, Amsterdam is a very, as I said, very dependent on international travel. And of course, Europe is very small, so I think the borders will not be kept closed for too long, but they form a bit of an additional barrier for the moment. For sure, there will be first more domestic travel. I think Amsterdam is a very attractive destination also for people in the Netherlands and people from the nearby neighboring countries. And I think there will be initially, because people have been sitting at home for too long now, a demand to travel also domestically. Then if they cannot travel abroad, they will travel more domestically. So that will hopefully, and I expect it will fill up that gap that is created by the lack of international travel. And then hopefully, because Europe is relatively small, the borders will soon also open again, and people will start feeling comfortable with traveling within across borders within Europe soon again.
Right. Tell me, if you had to look at this totally unexpected crisis, I don't think anybody 4 months ago, 5 months ago would have expected what we're going through now worldwide. You personally, but also as the founder, as the creator of this concept, what do you take away from this in a positive light? Is there anything where you say, okay, fine, we're learning this, we're learning that, this is what we will change in our concept? Are there things like that you would look at from a concept point of view, where you say we make some changes and are better positioned if this should ever, God forbid, should ever happen again?
Yeah, of course we will learn from this, and one of the main positive takeaways is that I think there's a bit of a pause on the daily rat race, and it gives a bit of time to think again for people, for businesses, and also we look at that and give a bit of more attention now to how will the world change by this sudden shake-up, and what will be the long-term changes. Conceptually, I think we're still a concept that's very relevant. People and especially young travelers, they will travel in the future. Life after Corona will involve traveling, and in that sense, it is maybe a bit harder even for hostels compared to hotels, because keeping a distance in a hostel is more complicated than in a hotel. In that sense, we also have a slight competitive advantage in that sense over hostels again. So yeah, how do we secure or actually make it possible to keep the distance in our hotel? That's where a lot of attention goes to now. At the same time, I think the keeping a distance will be a temporary thing. It will not be a permanent thing that will stay forever. It's there as a maximum until the vaccine is there, I would say. So main changes to the concept, I don't think we'll do. I think we'll still be very relevant also in a post-corona environment. But there are some learnings that you take away. That's what we're still working on, of course.
Great. Well, I look forward to hearing from you and hearing from CityHub how it's developing and how it's going on. I wish you very, very well for the recovery that will come. We must remain positive. And thank you very much for your time, Pieter. It's been great chatting to you, great finding out a bit more about CityHub, and all the very best. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Thank you. All the best. Bye.